When asked what he wanted people to remember about his art, Elmer Petersen once said, "I want them to not say, 'Why did he do it?' And after that, I'm okay." Petersen passed away August 5, 2020. He left a number of important works of art that help reflect the elements of the communities in which they're displayed. That includes lacrosse, but you'll have to wait a little longer to revisit one of his most recognizable sculptures, removed temporarily from Riverside Park.
This goes all the way back to when I was director at the Lacrosse Center.
Dave Clements recalls the day artist Elmer Petersen came to see him. Petersen had an idea about a sculpture he wanted to place outside the center.
And I said, "Elmer, you're absolutely right. This would be awesome. It would be a nice, attraction. It's a nice high traffic spot for it."
The challenge was money, something not in the city budget, but the project moved forward anyway.
D.B. Reinhardt and family, as they did so many times, stepped up and made it happen.
The result is Petersen's bald eagle sculpture in Riverside Park next to the Mississippi. But 33 years outdoors have taken a toll.
Basically, it's just deteriorated.
Al Schultz is working to restore the eagle.
It does rust. Water is seeped into the inside of it. I'll just start replacing pieces one part at a time until it's done.
But this is more than a repair project for Schultz. For him, it's a bit more personal.
I met Elmer, actually, when we started this project.
When we started this project. So Schultz is not only restoring the eagle, he helped create it, along with a few others.
I worked at Mid-City Steel back in the day, and he asked me if I'd help him out after hours. So that's how we met, and we've done work together ever since.
The sculpture features intricate detail, something you might not have seen before, since the eagle is usually perched about 30 feet above the park. The eyes are piercing, and the wings made to look as though they're layered with feathers. And something else you may have missed.
There is a fish in the tail end of the eagle. You can't see it from the ground real well. It's just one of those things that not many people know is there, but it is there.
The renovation of the sculpture is not unlike the comeback of the bird it represents. You may know eagles would ingest the pesticide DDT when it washed into waterways where the birds would feed. That pesticide affected the eagle's eggs.
So when bald eagles would lay their eggs, they would be really thin and they were really fragile and they would break. So they wouldn't make it through, the incubation stage.
Banning DDT reversed that problem, and eagles began to thrive.
It's such a great comeback story.
And I counted one day, and I quit counting at 80. How many eagles were sitting over there?
The Black River is a popular location to view eagles. Clements knew that and wanted to make it easier for everyone to see.
The vision of Gary Burgum and Larry Kirch and myself, going back to 2006, 2008, was to have an eagle watch here.
Now that they've created this bald eagle overlook there, it's awesome. People have a place that they can go and safely view them, and when they're in their peak, they congregate there. They just like that spot.
You never get sick of looking at them. It never gets old.
While you can see them throughout the year, the peak to which Rasmussen refers is late February, early March. Back at Custom Fab and Machine, Schultz continues the restoration. When he's finished, the sculpture will look exactly as it did.
It is a neat piece. I'm glad to be the one that gets to do it.
Schultz plans to finish the project in the spring, after which crews will return it to Riverside Park. That should happen just about the time the birds it honors return to the water. Petersen and his crew, including Schultz, completed that sculpture in 1987. When it was removed from Riverside Park last September, city project specialist Jim Flottmeyer said in part, "This park is the jewel of our city, so it is a great piece of artwork to honor Elmer Petersen and all the work he has done."